This thing on?
This thing's on.
Happening.
What's up, bro? How you been?
What's up, man? I've been good. Should I take my hat off? Can you see me?
Whatever you feel. Yeah, you good. You
All right.
good.
I'll take
No,
my
I
hat off.
want to. I want to ask you first though. What do you prefer now, Trey or Vaughn?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like, you know, Trevon's my name, so
Yeah,
I feel like I respond to everything. But yeah, I just been going by Vaughn just because I felt like I needed to just do something, like switch it up. I don't know why, but yeah, just call me whatever.
no, but that makes sense though because a lot of people like their stage name is something different, and then like sometimes behind the scenes they have another name.
Yeah,
So
for
that makes
sure.
sense to me. Like
Yeah,
there's a
I
lot of
grew.
like who was it that did that? Who was it? What was his name? Hitmaker.
Oh
He
yeah,
was known by Youngberg.
Young Bird. Yeah,
Yeah, and I never knew who Hitmaker was until I
right.
put two and two together. I was like, yo, it's the same
Yeah.
person.
A lot of
But
people on.
the what?
I just say, yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
So,
But no, I wanna, bro, I wanna bring it all the way back from the get-go, growing up in Virginia, how was it growing up for you? What and I know you started singing at what, 2 years old?
yeah, two
That's
years old.
crazy. Yeah, tell me a little bit about like your childhood and just knowing it too.
And yeah, I feel like first of all, I was born in Lancaster, Virginia,
Mhm.
which is kind of like Southeast Virginia, about an hour from like Richmond. It's a small town,
Okay.
and yeah, I have been pretty much singing for as long as I can remember. I remember like my aunt used to like just hold me in her arms and like sing to me as a baby. So like I was always around music. My mom was heavy into like old school 90s R&B, early 2000s. So all the way up from like Jodeci, Drew Hill, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
going all the way up to like Ashanti, shoot, all of that. I was into all of that. And yeah, I probably like around maybe 11, 12, 13, I started getting into like choir at church.
Yeah.
So I kind of got a lot of my background just from like I guess like singing in front of people. That's kind of like what kind of got me into that. Just singing in front of church. I would go literally like every weekend and choir rehearsal, and then maybe like around high school, I kind of got into like I was in Glee Club. I started doing like talent shows as well. So like
Mhm.
I don't know, just throughout the course of my childhood, I just was always active in like music. So yeah, I kind of like knew by the time like I graduated high school that I wanted to like actually pursue it. I didn't know how
That's
though.
dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, like
But
you said, you knew it, you just didn't know how, but hey, you always some way, somehow, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, so
Yeah.
that's pretty much how the childhood went. Yeah.
Well, how was it like growing up? Like you said, you knew you could sing. Did you begin songwriting as well, or was it just more like you kind of just stuck to singing first? Like, what age did you know songwriting was going to be a passion of yours as well? Because that goes like you hear sometimes artists, all they know how to do is sing, and then you have some artists that just know how to songwrite. Then you have, the best of both worlds, some people. What age
Yeah.
did you know you could, songwrite?
Yeah. I wasn't writing songs until probably like after high school. I felt like I was a
Okay.
good writer, but and then I always admired songwriters. Like my thing was always the artists that say I heard a record and I found out
Mm-hmm.
that someone else wrote it and it was an artist, I would always be just like that would always just inspire me. Like I thought it was really cool. Like Neo, for example. I think I may have heard
Yeah.
like Beyonce song that I think he wrote, and when I found out he wrote it, I was like, wow, like I wanna do stuff like that. So yeah, I think once I kind of got into it, and I started meeting people that actually wrote some of my favorite songs, that kind of pushed me into that whole direction. And I
Yeah.
maybe around like 18, 19, I started coming to Atlanta, working around Troy and stuff. Um, he was like around, he had crazy songwriters coming here. So once, after meeting them and watching them write songs from start to finish, I was like, yeah, I have to do this because this is cool. And yeah, I would like do demos. I would try to demo stuff and just play it for people and see if they like it. And people would tell me that, it sounds like nice, or this would sound good for
Yeah.
such artists. And yeah, once I found out I was good at it, I just tried to like work at it every day.
Dope, dope. And how was it? I know you went to Hampton University. How was it like balancing out college life with, like you said, you got your passion now that you kind of want to, pursue? How was that for you?
I'm sorry, I broke up a little bit. You said
Oh, you're good.
transitioning like in college.
Yeah, like from college, like knowing, okay, you're going to school because that's the thing you're supposed to do growing up, you know what I'm saying? But then knowing your passion for music, like how was that balancing out?
Um, it's crazy because I had thoughts about going to school, but I never really imagined myself like completing it because I felt like at some
The
point
same.
I was figured out, you know what I mean? So school was kind of like okay, let's do this until a plan that sort of like makes sense, and then you could just like figure it out from there. So I think I almost completed like a year at Hampton before I started to actually like have opportunities come around. You know what I mean? Like the group, that
Yeah.
and as I was transitioning out of that college phase, and then like I started taking songwriting a little more serious too. And yeah, I got a job, and once I started to get busy, I was like, okay, yeah, it's time to leave now. But I did enjoy it. It was like a cool experience just to like you know, branch off and do other things. And I think even my major, I was like a stratcom major. So it was
Okay.
into everything from like broadcast journalism, like entertainment, that kind of thing. So I was still into music even at the school.
Yeah. That's super
Yeah.
dope. Yeah, and like how did you know? Because, everyone, you hear the stigmas about a boy band or any kind of band or being a solo artist. Was it like hard for you to make that decision, would you say? Oop, you good?
Hey, you hear me? The connection that went out for
Yeah.
us. I think it might be my Wi-Fi, but to repeat one more time. I heard about the
Yeah, yeah, you're
stigma.
good. Yeah,
Sorry.
like, bands, period, groups, bands. You always hear, it's not so much I feel with guy groups, it's more with girl groups, I feel, but still, there's always like that stigma of, oh, what, should I be a solo artist? Should I be in a band? Should I be in a group? But there's always that camaraderie when you do become in a group because you have like people to back you up, where when you're solo, you know, you're kind of on your own.
Yeah,
So how was it for you just
yeah,
meeting the guys?
yeah. It's crazy because like, you know, as as I was saying before, like just the figuring out how I was gonna do it. Like I didn't know I was gonna be in a group. That kind of just like happened, and yeah, like after it happened, I enjoy like it was something that I've grown to love. Like I've only known just how to like write songs myself, but once I got into a group, it taught me how to be more of like a collaborator, and just like working together to create just
Mm-hmm.
like masterpiece in general. So that opened up a whole new door, and it made me actually better in my own art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think being in a group is just it's 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 nice because like you get to learn that it's really not about you, and it's more about just the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so my experience with the group is just like great. But
That's
yeah,
dope.
what was the other half of your question? Like how we got into.
Yeah, because I know you met Chris and Terrence through social media. So like, were you nervous? Was it like, because social media, it's you never know some people, but at the same point, you can meet some dope people and you's lucked out by, what I'm saying? Like, look where you are today.
Yeah, and we were all, it was just like a thing of like, yeah, these dudes can actually sing, like, and they're talented, and like that's like undeniable. So let's see what we come up with. You know what I'm saying? It felt
Yeah.
just so like by the time we met in person, it was like we already knew each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. Yeah, I want to ask you too, because I know before you joined the group, you dropped an album as well, right? Solo
Oh God.
project.
Like
How,
I
but
think
how was that just getting, like you said, yeah, it's still you're learning, you're fresh to it, you're new to it. Like, how was it, Joe, just putting that body of work as a solo artist out?
yeah. It was pretty cool. Like I felt like I was still beginning to like find out who I was. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
worked with people and I didn't really know too much about what I wanted to talk about. So, you know what I'm saying? I had people that could write songs for me and I sang them and then I took some pictures and I just put it out and like my hometown just supported me because, they believed in me. And it was great to put that out. But after I put that out, I was like, okay, whatever I put out next has to be like 10 times harder.
Yeah. The album was called what? Dreams, and then the single was what? Love Once Again.
Yeah. The OGs know all about that song. But yeah, that was like my very first song I ever put out. I shot a video to it. I had my cousin starring it. It was like a whole thing.
That's
I
super
think
dope.
I was 15 or 16 when I put it out.
That's super dope. Just like you said, like yeah, you didn't know 100%, but just kind of getting your feet wet and figuring out this industry because this industry is a beast. Like, ooh. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, like me, like you and the guys are now together. Yous were you all you did a lot of work together in a short amount of time. Like from the YouTube covers to putting out your own singles, dropping the first EP, touring. You were touring like crazy. Like, how was that short amount of time? You did a lot within like 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. It's been like 4 years of us just like being in LA, that whole thing, just doing like as a group, but just for the grind. I mean, we've grind just 2 straight years of like just posting and
Yeah.
rehearsing, touring, and to the studio. Like we really put in a lot of time, and also living together too. Like it's like it was like constant day after day rehearsal, this that, and yeah, it taught us how to actually be a group, because you can
Yeah.
tell when a group's chemistry isn't like all the way there. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, spending a lot of time together really helped us get to just know each other, and that just helps all around when we're on stage. You know what I'm saying? You want everyone to kind of be their own, but still stand together like as one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, definitely. But yeah, like seeing you all, I seen you all for the first time, I think, what was it, 2000, what was it, 2018 or 19 in Chicago, I first met you all. And seeing
oh
y'all chemistry, like on stage and like the crowd, like your fans, man, they go
nah,
hard. Like,
I miss them so much. Like they really were the show, honestly. Like we just came out there and performed, but they brought the energy for real.
yeah, like y'all meet and greets. That was a
Okay.
real meet and greet. There wasn't no, quick photo buy, quick photo buy. It was literally like each person you spent a good like 5 to 10 minutes with, like actually talking to. And like you said, you all knew them. It's not like they were strangers.
Yeah. Nah, they felt like family. They would always bring us stuff. Um, Literally just they're there like an hour early. They stay after the shows. Like it's great.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, definitely. I know you have all sang for a lot of people too. Like you got to sing for, Mariah and Boys to Men. What what were you feeling inside? Because like you were on the like I think for Boys to Men, you were like just backstage at the show. Like,
Yo,
we're good.
are we good? I don't know
We
what
good.
it kicked me out.
It's IG Live. You know what I'm saying? It's what we have to work with right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, I
Can
switched
you hear me?
locations. Hopefully that.
You can hear me? Okay. No, but I was saying like singing for Boys to Men and Mariah. What what was going through your mind, especially like Boys to Men? Because that one, I feel like y'all were on the spot. Like that wasn't like you said a lot of people around you and just like backstage, like it just at their meet and greet. Like how was that?
Singing for them, man. All I could think about at the time was like, yo, we cannot mess up. we have to like really go crazy. We can be on point, like we can't make no mistakes, all of that.
Yeah, that was sick. Like even the Mariah one, that was super sick too. But the Boyz II Men one really stood out to me. Like it was just super dope. Um, but how was it for you moving to LA? Like I know you moved to Atlanta and then you moved to LA. Was it a hard adjustment for you? Because Atlanta's super dope, and then LA is a whole another ball game. But we know it's the industry, so.
Yeah. LA, crazy transition. I'd only maybe before we moved, I'd only been to LA maybe like once or twice.
Hmm.
We had flown out there a couple times after before we decided we were gonna move, just to like look at places or whatever. But before that, I had only been one other time, so that was just a huge transition. Nothing like the small town that I'm from. And yeah, I lived in
Yeah.
Atlanta for a year, so I was on my own for a little while. So that kind of, prepared me a little bit. But once we moved to LA, it was a complete different experience. And also, funny story, me and Terrence, as we were moving from Atlanta to LA, like we trailed each other. And like,
Can you hear
on
me?
our back,
What is it saying? Is it kicking you off?
yeah, it's like it'll pause for a little bit and then it says, "Thanks for joining this live." I think it might be my connection. I think the fans will tell me. I think it might actually be my Wi-Fi. I don't know. I moved to a different spot, but
Let's see. Hold on. To circle again. Let's see. This Wi-Fi is not being nice today. Did you try turning it off? We good?
I don't know. Man, I'm now this is like my fourth location. So what it is.
Hold on. You have your Wi-Fi on?
Yeah, I thought that was the problem.
Did you turn it off? Sometimes it works better to know when it's off. I don't know. Sometimes that's happened to me. I don't know. It's like a 50-50 split.
Right.
But you good
Um,
now.
you can see me?
Yeah. Can you see me?
Uh, I can't see you, but I don't want to jinx it if it's working.
Yeah, we could see. I could see. Yeah, we could. Yeah, you good. It's weird
Okay.
you can't see me though.
Yeah, it's like a circle, but okay. If it comes out, I'll just try to join back on really quickly. But yeah, as you were saying.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, but tell me about. Okay, you all getting signed. What? I was so happy for you all. 'Cause I just seen you all perform at. Where was it? It was in L.A. Um, right on Hollywood Boulevard. I forget what it was called. It was a bowling place with a dope stage. I think it was 2000. Nah, yeah, it was one of your LA shows. I forget when it was exactly. But I think that was right when you all got signed. Okay, I could see you good now. Could you see me yet or no?
I can see you. Is it
You,
pausing or no?
it was pausing. Now I could see. Now you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is they're saying that my live is clear, so I really don't understand. I apologize.
No, it's good. Don't worry. We'll do. Don't worry. You good. You good. See, we good now.
Yeah, like it's working fine. I was just like, let me just try to go on mine and see if that works.
Yeah, just save this in the end so I could save it and post it, and I'll tweet and then you can take it down after. But yeah. Um,
Good.
but yeah, we good. What was I gonna tell you though? But no, getting signed. What? I don't care what anyone says. Yes, a label could be pros and cons, but still, you are all signed to a huge label that's one of the industry titans, probably since I was old enough to know what music was. Like, how was it? What did it feel like?
RCA, that whole experience was amazing. I mean, I'm like a super geek when it comes to just like, you know, producers and writers and that whole world. So moving to LA and just like after signing, working with like a whole new group of musicians, that kind of was like my favorite part of the whole experience. So I definitely just love just making new relationships
Yeah,
and that whole thing. And I feel like those relationships later helped me with like just where I am now. You know what I mean? Like when I go to LA, I have people that I can hit up to make music. And yeah, they were great.
yeah. I want to ask you though, how does it, how many? Okay, I know you've been songwriting a lot. What? How many placements have you sent out? I guess because I know everyone thinks songwriting is easy, and yeah, you can make tons of songs, but if you don't get a placement, or sometimes you don't, the song doesn't get picked up for, months, years. How is the whole process for you? Because everyone thinks it's, easy peasy and you just, you get with a big artist and they take your song and you just make it that quick.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm still kind of, getting my feet wet. I feel like it's a never-ending game. Like it's a never-ending hustle, right? So you may write, 5, 6 songs, and you send them to people, and they may only think one is nice. So
Yeah,
that may be the only one that get placed. Then you do 10 more, and then they may like two. You know what I mean? Like it's an experience, but if you're great at it and you know what I'm saying, you're passionate for it to the point where you can get up and do it, every single day, you will eventually have a window open for you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You just got to be consistent. I feel like that's the key. Just constantly writing. I try to do like an idea a day.
Okay.
Um, a demo or like a hook or just something, just to come back to it and like finish it later.
Yeah, definitely. And what did it feel like? Because I know you had two tracks on Trey's 2020 album, Back Home. What'd you have? You had uh on Top of Me, and then I Know a Love.
I love, and I also did tug of war as well.
And Tug of War. Okay,
Yeah,
what did it feel like? There's not just one song. It's not just two. It's three songs on a project, like during quarantine too.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was crazy. Trey just like, for him to even like give me the opportunity is just crazy. I got the chance to work with him up close, like one on one, the songs we did together. So just that whole experience was crazy, and yeah, I really felt like you know working together and just being a part of that kind of gave me like the confidence to say like, yeah, I can like actually do this for real.
yeah,
So I'm super grateful for that experience. And yeah, now I'm trying to work on as many projects as possible, including like, my stuff. I want to do like everything, man. Like I want to, when we were talking about just learning who I was, I realized that I wanted to be like that person that just was like a floater and just good at everything. I want to write on projects. I want to, being a part of a group was like a whole experience. I love that. I want to put out my own stuff. I just want to do it all.
yeah. What did it feel like though, getting that plaque?
Oh
Like
man.
that.
My mentor surprised me with it. I knew the album went #1, but I didn't know like I was getting a plaque or anything. So he said I had mail, and I walked downstairs, and it was just like this huge thing. And I had a feeling it was a plaque after I opened it. So yeah, that was cool. And
Oh,
yeah, it's pretty cool waking up to it.
yeah. And I'm so happy for you because I always tell people that are trying to get in the industry, I'm like, yo, do the songwriting stuff. The royalty checks never stop. They're the breadwinner for you, your family, and so on, so on. Like,
For sure, for sure.
you,
And if it's not songwriting, maybe you can produce, or maybe you can arrange. Just try to do like people like see the just because we're in the social media age now, people see like what we want them to see now. Like they see just the whole what it looks like to be like
hmm
look cool and everything just behind the artistry. But there's a lot of beauty just inside of other things as well. And I feel like we got to shine more light on it, you know?
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Who would you say is on your bucket list that you have to work with? Either, like you said, songwriting, just work with who's personally on your bucket list? Like, yo, when I'm living large and in charge in my, mansion, retiring, who do you need on your list, on your resume?
Oh man. So I've always like since I was a kid, like I've always had this bucket list of just working with like like just Virginia artists.
Okay.
So Trey obviously was just like me speaking that into existence. Chris is like a huge inspiration to me. That would be kind of crazy. Pharrell, Timbaland,
Yeah.
Missy Elliott, like we got some of the craziest talent ever. So to
Yes.
be a part of anything that they do would be like crazy for me. Um, I haven't put too much thought into after anything after that. I feel like, you know, like I said, in addition to me wanting to do everything, like I want to collab with a lot of writers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of writers and producers that are producing some of my favorite records that's like out right now. Um, Max Martin, Scott
Yeah.
Storch, like that whole thing.
Yep.
The
Hip
pop mix,
hop. Yep.
hit makers, yeah. Um, and yeah, as far as like artists, just Chris Pharrell, Frank Ocean would be pretty cool. Um, man, the list goes on, man. There's like so many people.
Yeah, well, like you're saying, you want to do your own project. Have you started on it at all? Have you thought about what you want to do just for your own solo project?
Yeah, I have. The only reason why I haven't attempted to put anything out is because I feel like I've always told myself the next thing I release, I wanted to just represent who I am and just what I stand for, and it's not just doing songs. Cause like I write songs, but sometimes I don't always feel like I can deliver this better than someone else can. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So whatever I do, I want to be intentional about it and say, yeah, this is how I would you know tell this narrative. You know what I mean?
definitely.
So yeah, I'm like working on stuff, and I play stuff for the guys and just like people around me, and I don't know. I feel like one day I'm just gonna know, like
Yeah.
this is for me.
But
So
yeah, being a
I'll
songwriter though, is it hard for you? Like, because I was talking to Seven Streeter about this, like how you have a song.
I love Seven.
Yeah, Seven's dope. And,
It's crazy.
yeah, crazy songwriting, singer, everything.
Yeah.
But like having that song and then giving it to someone else, has that happened to you yet? Like where you're like, dang, do I want to save this for myself or do I want to give it away? Like, because I know the songs are like they're from your perspective, or you know what I'm saying? Like they're your work, they're not the artist.
Right. I like lately I've been liking the stuff I've been doing. So I feel like lately I've kind of been like having that thought of like, what if I were to just like put this out? Like would people still like it, or should it go to such and such and maybe it go there? I don't know. But since I kind of got into songwriting with the intention of, oh, I want to do this for such and such artist, I kind of almost programmed myself not to be married to the songs that I was making. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I would write a song thinking like, oh, let me write it through like Trey's perspective, for
Hmm.
example. So I would like try to write things I feel like, he would like in a dope way that like he would say it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, if it's not like that and it's something that I genuinely write like from my own like things that I go through, probably
Hmm.
I'll probably be in that position.
That's good though. Like you mentally prepare yourself, like knowing, like, yo, this is for so and so. This is my
Yeah,
idea
because
for them.
yeah, and like you kind of want to do that so that you can, kind of train the machine in you and like get more, like more work done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's so much music out there. What's like one or two songs that you're like, damn, I wish I would have wrote that, or damn, I wish I was a part of that. Because
Hmm. I mean, like, are we talking about like currently or like just in
in
general?
general,
Because
what
I,
couple songs?
okay, first of all, like I have Confessions is probably like my all-time favorite album. Fame is like another one of my favorite albums.
Fame is one of my favorites. Yeah,
Oh my
Fame is.
God, bro. Like,
Whew.
so yeah, like when you talk about just knowing the songs and knowing like just who produced them, who wrote them. After we signed, we got to work with like just like a lot of people that were like working on stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Fame is like probably one of my favorite albums. If I just like anything off that project, honestly.
Yeah.
Confessions too. Um, I wish I wrote like "There Goes My Baby" by Usher. That's like one of my favorite Usher songs. Let It Burn. Um, yeah, anything by Usher and Chris.
Usher and Chris. Okay, go
Yeah,
go.
for sure. I
But
like I had to actually think about it.
but what were your thoughts too on quarantine? Because we all thought it was going to be like a week, 2 weeks, and we are going to go back to normal life. Where was your mindset? Because people were all over the place. Because we all thought we were going back, like we'd be back working and living normal by April, not a whole year and a half, and we're still in this.
Yeah, yo, quarantine really switched up my whole thing. Everybody has like a different like personal experience, but quarantine switched up a lot of things. It switched up a lot of stuff in the group too, and it kind of caused us to like really like things kind of like slow down a little bit. So we were like, okay, you know, how can we like use this opportunity to like come together and really like get our shit together so
Hmm.
that by the time we come back out, it's like, yeah, this is what we've been working on. So yeah, it kind of like made me want to just zone in on like my songwriting a little bit more since we had like a lot more free time.
Yeah,
So I started taking that serious. I've been out here in Atlanta just like just in sessions, meeting new producers because Atlanta is like a whole other
yeah,
thing, completely different from LA. So I wanted that experience, and yeah, I'm learning just to like uh be more productive with like my time.
yeah.
Because
No, definitely.
when we were in before pandemic, it was like we were just on go. So yeah, once we stopped, it was like, okay, what am I gonna do like for myself? You know?
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, to wrap up, I want to take all your time. I know you're busy.
Yeah,
Um,
no, you're good. That's
yeah,
that the connection messes up.
but what are your plans for the future for you and then with the boys? What do you visualize for both like the boys and you and then you as a solo artist?
Right. I mean for the guys, I feel like, we're all like kind of just doing our own thing and we'll know when like the time is right to like release something.
Yeah.
We also did like an album's worth of music before like the pandemic. So we're sitting on like a lot of music. So I think we're just gonna get back together and like kind of, talk it out. A couple of guys are in town too this weekend, so we're gonna get together and like kind of just figure out a plan and hopefully continue to just put music out and just continue to grow, because it's still early. We didn't,
Yeah.
we wanna, put out projects and albums and do shows, all that stuff. Um, you there?
Yeah. Could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
So
No, I
yeah, do
said the best
show.
is yet to come for you all.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
just
Like
the beginning.
it's definitely just the beginning for sure. Release music, and I think for me, probably just work on my craft way more. I want to simultaneously like have records out with the group that's charting and billboards and doing well, and have placements, songwriting with artists, and um yeah, just continue to grow and just I want to be on some like mogul shit. How Pharrell like just he does like this event like something in the water every single year, huge event in Virginia Beach,
Hmm.
brings like thousands of people, has performances. I want to be like remembered for something. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you want to
trying
be
to
a
I'm
jack
trying
of
to
all trades from the
yeah,
music
exactly.
industry.
I want to open up some businesses, like all of that.
Yeah, finally, I want to ask you though too. What do you think about the whole verses? Have you been watching them? Have you been checking them out? Who's been your favorite so far?
The versus matches. So I'm trying to think what was my favorite one. Probably Jonte Austin and Neo. The
Okay.
crib that I'm at now, Jonte did his verses here. So that was like a whole experience. And Neo, like as I said, was like one of my favorite songwriters. I'm trying to think. The Brandon and Monica one was really really nice. And then
Yeah.
didn't Escape and
SWV and
SWV, the
yeah.
one that just passed? Yeah, that was pretty cool. I kind of asked my mom like my mom watches all of them, so
Uh-huh.
I normally just ask her like, what's up with the verses, and I catch the highlights of like the
Okay.
newest ones. But yeah, I
Super
definitely
dope.
love them for real.
But yeah, well, no, bro, I want to wish you all the best of luck. Can't wait to see y'all again in the future. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm coming to Atlanta actually for something for June's diary.
Nice.
In when am I going? The beginning of June. What am I saying? I forget it's almost June. I'm gonna hit you up for sure.
Yeah, bro, hit me. I'm out here. I'm chilling. And yeah, thank you for just allowing me to share your platform just to like keep up because you've been a fan since. I mean, you've been down since like day one, and
Yeah, definitely.
I
Yeah, support
appreciate that
y'all.
shit, man.
Y'all are like I said, the best is yet to come for you all. Like it's just the yeah, you haven't even reached what you were all gonna do still. Like
Yeah,
I
nah,
can't imagine.
it's definitely the beginning, and we'll be figuring it out soon.
Yeah, no
We're just
rush.
going through life. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, because like you were saying, you didn't really have a chance to do life. Just go, 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 go. So it was a good time, kind of in quarantine for everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah, but be safe, bro. Talk soon, and yeah, appreciate you.
for sure. Appreciate you too, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, DM me and we'll figure it out whenever you come down here.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and just save this, and then I'll rip it
How do I
from.
save
So
it?
yeah, if you just exit off, and then it'll say like, do you want to save
Save this
to
live,
your
right?
IGTV, and then yeah, and then I'll tell you when I got it, and then you can take it down.
Okay.
Okay, bro. I'll talk to you soon. Be safe.
Appreciate it.
Okay, peace.